There was a video posted a couple years ago by a guy named Paul Harrell. I'll put a link down below. And Paul is Marine, police officer. Okay, he's a very, very, very informative guy. He knows a lot about what he's talking about. He has an outdoor range accessible to him that he can do a lot of demonstrations on. He did a video demonstrating, talking about the 1986 Miami police FBI shootout. FBI shootout. And he walked through every step of the shootout and even gave reenactments to a certain degree. And I actually told him that if I needed to, I would put that video of his in a full-fledged television documentary. Okay, very, very smart guy. And he did a video a couple years ago. I finally got to see it yesterday. Mickey Mouse mug. And he said, you know, how to spot a fake expert. And then he's talking about all these experts about, you know, this guy knows every bullet weight, this guy knows every trajectory angle, and 99% of them don't account for, you know, barrel length or powder charge or how old the gun is or how far away the target is, or the wind, or the, you know. And he said, what are some of the experts in your life? Okay. Point taken. I find, and I put a comment below, but those are a good video to talk about. I find that the greatest firearms experts are the guys that never in their life used a firearm, period. Let me turn the air conditioner to strike more on there. The AC is distracting me, not you, but I'll turn it off if you can. Okay. And I gave case in point. I had a guy I went to high school with, has vowed never to buy a gun. Doesn't think the police should own, doesn't think anybody should own a gun. And he also heavily criticizes the police when they shoot somebody even if it's just a fireball. And he doesn't listen to reason. A few years ago, he argued that every gun should be a smart gun. And I was talking to him online and some friends of his, from where the fuck they came from. And I said, you know, how do you clear a jam in 2 minutes? The smart gun has a computer chip this. And I did a video on the smart guns. I'll put them below, the one of them, the later one. How do you do this? What if the thing doesn't start? What if it malfunctions? Blah, blah, blah. And then I said, does it function if you dip it in water? Does it function if you dip it in dirt? Does it function if you dip it in mud? And then one of his friends said, argue, no gun can function in water, no gun can function in mud. I said, yes, there's a gun, it's called every gun. Okay, if you get your gun wet, if you get your gun muddy, it still has to function. Period. It may not function as well, you may detail clean afterwards, but it has to function. So you take a smart gun and dip it in water, dip it in dirt, dip it in mud, okay, if it is a cold start, can it work? And there's a whole fucking hoo-ha about that bullshit. And I'm like, dude, this smart gun, why don't you try this? See, buy the smart gun and tell me if it's as reliable as your striker fires and your hammer fires and get backing on it. Keep in mind, he swears never buy a gun. So, but it amazes me that a guy who swore never to buy a gun in his life is telling me what gun everyone should buy and how great it is. Keeping in mind he literally knows nothing about guns at all, period, so he doesn't know about functioning, malfunctioning, malfunction clearing rather, okay? And they insist, they're vehement, okay? They're telling guys that have been shooting guns 25 years, they're telling NRA instructors, no, you have to have this. No, you should buy this. This is safe for you. Okay, well, when I go to my fucking doctor, I don't tell him what to do. The doctor says the dentist says you got a cavity. The doctor says that mole is pre-cancer, let me cut it off, okay? Okay, I'm not gonna argue what someone knows what they're talking about. Neither should you. The other case in point is the gun show loophole. Okay? Now some states do allow you to buy a used gun from a guy face to face as long as you both have photo ID to prove you live in the same state. This mostly happens at gun shows, hence the term gun show loophole. But it happens on the side of the highway. It happens in the kitchen. Okay? You buy a gun used from a guy and all you do is show ID, no background check required. Some states, not all. And it's not in my state. Okay? And that's you got a gun without a background check. I would never buy like that because A, I don't know if it's reliable. Even if I do a quick function test and do a couple little things here and there before I buy it, I might take it home and a month later it might fuck up on me. Well, it's a used gun on a private sale. The guy's long gone my money. There's no warranty on it because it's a used gun from a private sale. I might get fucked. Also, I would never sell a gun in a private sale like that. For this is my opinion only, guys. So don't judge it in stone. Okay, this is not written in stone. But I would never sell a gun like that because even if God Himself came down from heaven and told me I could not be held responsible, I would still feel bad if in the end, down the road, the guy that bought my used gun for me ended up being a mass murderer. That's how I feel. Okay, because you don't know there's a lot of crazy guys there and you don't know who you're dealing with. Would I sell a used gun to a family member? Yeah. Would I buy a used gun from a family member? Yeah. But guys that I don't know, strangers, no, not gonna happen. That's me personally. But that's the gun show loophole in some states, not all. Other things like if your grandfather dies and leaves you his rifle or shotgun, okay, you're not buying it, you're acquiring it after it's been bequeathed to you. So most of the time, and where I live, there's no registration on rifles and shotguns. So if you go to your grandfather's house after he dies, and his will says you get his rifle, his bolt-action hunting rifle in the closet, okay, you pick it up and take it home with you. Okay, no one knows about it. Unless you're a felon or a drug dealer or some shit, no one's gonna know or care. Handguns, where I live, you have to have a handgun license. So if your grandfather dies, leaves you his handgun, you have to have a handgun license. You have to go to your FFL. FFL has to give paperwork to the county judge, telling the county judge that this guy died. And he's giving away his handguns to his grandson, his son-in-law, his great-nephew. Okay? They're going to take his handguns. And the FFL will have paperwork ready to tell the county judge to update your license with your grandfather's handguns on your new license. Okay? So your grandfather's handgun license is expunged entirely because he's dead, and your handgun license reflects you got his handgun, or you got his whatever, okay? Or your cousin got this, or your brother-in-law got that, okay? So an FFL would have to do the paperwork for you where I live. That's where I live, not where you live, but that's it. So you're not exactly going to a background check. The FFL can give you a background check, but you have a handgun license already. FFL knows you. He's only showing that you're getting a new handgun from your deceased grandfather, so he most likely will not do a background check. But he's still going to tell the county judge that the handguns have switched ownership and your grandfather's passed away. Okay? So there's still going to be the government knowing about it. Okay? Where I live, if your grandfather dies and you go take his handgun and bring it back to your house without telling the county judge you have it, you're going to get in trouble for it. So that's just me where I live. Okay? So that's the gun show loophole. But there are people adamant that swear in the Bible that you can go to a gun show and buy a gun from a guy in every state, and there's no law. You can just walk right in. And felons go to gun shows. Well, the gun shows in my home county, which I never actually went to though, but they were closed down. The gun shows in my home county when they were here. Thank you, Rob Estovino. The county police had a presence there. The county police had uniform presence there, and the county police had plainclothes presence there. And they said if any gun changes hands without paperwork, it's an arrest. If you want to sell a used gun, you got to go to an FFL. Tell the FFL, I'm going to sell this gun to this guy, and the FFL has to do paperwork for you. That was my county, my state, okay? But there are people that swear on the Bible you can just go to a gun show, buy whatever you want, buy rocket launchers, buy machine guns, buy grenades, buy whatever you want at a gun show. And they're vehement about this. They tell you about this. This is, they tell FFLs this. They tell gun collectors this. This is the law. This is how it goes, really. How many guns you buy at a gun show? Well, I never bought a gun in my life. Okay, so why are you telling me this? Because I know it's true. Okay. And then we have the assault weapons ban. Assault weapons were banned by the federal government on May 19th, 1986. If you live in a state that allows an assault weapon, you have to suck your dick to get one. because you got to find one that was made before May 19th, 1986. You got to pay $200 tax on it. You got to pay $10,000 for the gun itself. You got to register with the ATF. You got to get an ATF agent to sign it, plus a local judge or sheriff to sign it. Okay? Some ranges don't allow it anyway. Okay? They eat up ammunition like crazy, and the only guys that have assault weapons today are either guys that bought before 1986 or guys that have a lot of money. Okay? And there are multi-millionaires that have $1 million worth of machine guns in the house. Everyone is registered, and they got a fortune in their house. But there are guys that are adamant about you can buy a machine gun at a gun show without a background check, and it's legal. Case in point, my friend the Cosmos. Yes, we go again with her. Fuck. Okay. When the gun shows, she signed the gun show was supposed to happen this past January in Westchester County, the Convention Center, and the day after the Vegas massacre, she was circulating a petition to get the gun show banned, and she justified it by saying about the Vegas massacre. And I'm like, what's one got to do with the other? And she showed me an advertisement from the gun show. She was online showing me the advertisement. And the advertisement said, come to the county gun show this January 20, whatever the fuck it was, 22nd. It was the weekend. Whatever the last weekend of January was, they were supposed to be the 22nd, whatever the fuck it was. Come to the gun show. We have knives, we have rifles, we have handguns, we have swords, we have, antiques, we have military surplus. And she read the word military surplus. And I think military surplus was the only word she read in the entire fucking article. Because if you look at the article in big bold letters, it says state and federal laws must be complied with. State and federal laws, which she doesn't know anyway. She literally thought they were going to be selling machine guns at the Westchester County Convention Center. And even after I explained this to her, she still believed it. So I don't want, these things are guys are horrible. And I'm like, okay, what is a military surplus gun? She didn't know. And even after I explained to her, she still was on her fucking high horse. But what is a military surplus firearm? A military surplus firearm is a bolt-action rifle that was used by some military 120 years ago, and the ammunition is no longer available. Case in point, the 303 British. I cannot think of, Eric, from Iraq veteran, cannot think of any manufacturer that still makes 303 British. So when you buy a Lee Enfield rifle, either A, you're going to put it on your wall and look at it, B, you're going to scour the fucking earth to find boxes of ammunition from World War I, or C, you're going to make your own ammo. Which means you need a garage full of shit. Okay, dies, loaders, okay, brass, primers, okay. These guns are 120 years old. They haven't used to commit a crime since the 19-teens, at least. Okay, no criminal wants them because no criminal wants to buy even if you could go to a gun show and buy them, no criminal is gonna buy a fucking bolt-action 5-shot rifle with a 26-inch barrel that shoots, bullets this big and has a 5-round triple clip. Okay. And even if you buy a rifle that has current ammunition available, like the Mosin Nagants, okay, the guy's gonna buy a Mosin Nagant at a gun show without a background check. Benny's gonna knock off a liquor store. He's gonna walk into the liquor store with the bolt. He's gonna raise the rifle, give me the cash. Don't wanna give me the cash. Boom! Pull the trigger. This Uganda fucking bullet, this big is gonna go flying out, make him deaf, knock him on his ass. Okay? So these are the people that are out there. Okay? The gun experts that I see are the ones that never, ever, ever fired a gun in their lives. And they know everything. They know. Trust me, am I right? Talk to anti-gun guys online. Speaking of online, how many anti-gun guys honestly believe you can buy a machine gun online without a background check? How many guys believe that one still? To this day, how many guys believe that? How many I'm telling almost every week about that one. So those are the greatest gun experts that I've ever met. Comment down below, guys. Alright, bye.